Good day, wrestling fans. How are you all doing? My name is Patrick Valentine, and I'm here for my news report video. Let's get straight into the news, shall we? We're going to be talking about several things. And normally I do one topic when it comes to my news reports, but I thought maybe I should try and talk about a couple of stories, the ones that I've found, the stories that I have recently come across. So let's talk about them. First topic we're going to be talking about is Emma and her recent win. There's been talks going around that Emma could be in for a little small push. Yeah, small push. Just a little small push, and this could all lead into the return of Paige, or could possibly end up facing Sasha Banks. Emma has been talking about that she started the women's revolution, but it seems like Paige or Sasha Banks could be the options to put down the Australian. Now, I'm going to say something first. Emma deserves a push. Obviously, she deserves it. She definitely needs a nice good rub up that Raw women's division, because there's going to be another topic I'm going to be talking about which concerns the Raw Women's Champion. Honestly, I don't see Sasha Banks fighting with Emma, because that will just be a complete burial. Some people said this is going to set up Emma and Mickie James to have a feud. Well, I think Paige could be the only logical choice, in my opinion, because she started the women's revolution with Emma in NXT. Because remember, back when Emma and Paige were competing for the NXT Women's Championship, the main roster was still called Divas. So pretty much Paige and Emma started it. Now, my major concern about this is the fact that they're going to be having Paige go over Emma. Now, that is fair. That's only fair because, it's Paige's first match back. But I don't want it to be like a complete burial for Emma. I want it to be like a really good match. Like the match types that they put on in NXT. Because if it's... And the other thing I don't like is that they're probably going to make the stipulation is, whoever wins has all rights to say they started the women's revolution. It doesn't matter who started the women's revolution, in my opinion. So yes, if this does happen, guys, I do expect Paige to go over, because it'll be her first match back, but as long as it's not a burial for Emma. Alright, the next story I'm going to be talking about is Little Miss Bliss. I was going to make this the main topic. What happened on Monday Night Raw, if you didn't see it, Alexa Bliss was able to pick up a victory over Sasha Banks. Bit of predictability there, but in the end of the match, Nia Jax turns on Alexa Bliss. And this could be setting up a face turn for Alexa Bliss. Now, guys, this is just being rumored. This is a rumored report that Alexa Bliss could be turning face. I believe it's probably going to be Nia. But I think they're probably going to go with Alexa, because the way they've been portraying Alexa is this main attraction for Monday Night Raw. Like, that's just the way they've been building her up and the way they've portrayed her. So it wouldn't surprise me if they turned Alexa Bliss face. Honestly, King Schmidt, I heard him say on his Raw review, he said Alexa Bliss was getting stale. Well, okay, if she's getting stale, you may as well just change her, right? Because isn't that what stale means? If something's getting stale, you change it. So Alexa Bliss turning face could definitely get rid of that stale that she was having. So Hey, I'm all for this. I actually I liked Alexa Bliss when I first saw her, and you know, I'm not saying I'm the biggest hater of Alexa Bliss. I do respect her as a wrestler, and I know she's a sweet person in real life. But in booking wise, I just don't like how they've been portraying her. But I am all for this face turn if they go through with it. Finally, guys, the final news report I have here is about the Authors of Pain could be making their main roster debut. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I bet all those NXT people will be getting ready to get the word buried getting ready to say the word buried soon. Now, we all know Asuka will be making her main roster debut, possibly on Monday Night Raw, but there is talks of the Authors of Pain possibly going to SmackDown, because it seems only fair that it's only fair for each brand to get their own superstar. Considering SmackDown got Bobby Roode, it seems like Monday Night Raw is going to get Asuka, and Authors of Pain are going to be going over to SmackDown. I bet all those people can't wait to say the word Authors of Pain will get buried on the main roster. But from what I heard on this news report, that the Authors of Pain's first opponent could be Breezango. Huh? What? Okay, guys. If you don't understand, now I know a lot of people don't really pay attention to the lips that came out of Tyler Breeze and Fandango. I believe they said something in their promo, and they mentioned Authors of Pain. I believe they mentioned their names in their little promo, because that's normally what they do. They said something about an author, and then they were like, Authors of Pain. But it seems like Aiden English is their target. But to me, if they said Authors of Pain in their promo, then this could be their way on hinting, oh hey, these guys are coming. Now I know possibly not a lot of people pay attention to that. Probably just didn't really listen, and probably just didn't really care because it's Breezango getting buried apparently. But yes, it seems to me the Authors of Pain could be making their main roster debuts on SmackDown Live. Now, before people start saying bringing Authors of Pain to the main roster is a bad idea, hear me out on this. I think the Authors of Pain would probably fit more better on Raw. Probably only because Raw needs tag teams. SmackDown can easily fix their tag team division by getting Eric Rowan and Luke Harper back together. Ty Dillinger and Sami Zayn, getting them together as a tag team. So you got 2 tag teams there. SmackDown has more tag teams than Raw does. I mean, like, think about it. SmackDown's got Breezango, they got the Hype Bros, the Ascension, Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin, the Usos, the New Day. They've got 6 tag teams. They've got 6 tag teams right there. And if you add Harper and Rowan and Zayn and Dillinger, that's 8 teams. SmackDown has a really clear-cut tag team division. While Monday Night Raw only has, they've only got Seth and Dean, Cesaro, or The Bar, whatever you prefer to call them, Heath and Rhino, which I don't even know if Heath and Rhino are still together, the Hardy Boys, which we probably don't think they're going to be together, but to be together pretty soon, and the Revival, who are pretty much out injured. I would say the Titus Worldwide, Titus O'Neil and Apollo Crews, but they're not really, a tag team. They're not really a tag team. So I think Raw should definitely have Authors of Pain, but probably the only thing that will probably be now, King Schmidt said his idea about having Roman Reigns with the Authors of Pain as a heel guy. That could work. Only if Vince McMahon doesn't have Roman Reigns bury them before they even get a chance to kickstart it. Because you'd think Vince would look at these guys and think these guys are fat, and he might not want anything to do with them. But hey, Vincent Man is he's kind of mean anyway, so it wouldn't really surprise me. So that's all today, guys. That has all been well, it's actually night time. It's 8:50 here in Australia. So that's all for tonight, guys. What did you think of this news report? Do you agree with anything I say? What do you think of these 3 news reports down below? So anyway, guys, thank you all for watching. Beautiful people that love wrestling, thank you all for joining me, and I will see you all next time.